Did you get those Grateful Dead dunks, man? They never send dunks to us, bro. Can we? How do we get on the list? How do we get on the list?
I don't know. I've been there. I guess because I've been there so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't like to throw it in anyone's face, but it's kind of I kind of like, because of the pandemic, I've never been one to like just straight up sell that stuff. I'm like, I'm just gonna skate in these, not to like. It's not like haha. It's more just like, yeah, like what is money right now? What are like, what are like, inanimate objects right now? Like,
sure.
What, like material things? We shouldn't be thinking about material things right now, in my opinion.
Right. Nike's also sending them to you so you can go skating them.
Well, yeah, and it's like it sends a message. It's just like, ride your shoes. I don't know, and if somebody's broke, I get it.
Yeah.
It's like you should sell them, because somebody's going to enjoy them. But I'm I'm not rich, but I'm in a place where I can just say screw it and just skate them, and it's just kind of fun right now, I think, because we all need to have fun a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can't stress it enough. It's not some in your face type of crap, but like, and guess what? I'll continue to skate them, and they're kind of hilarious. By the end of the day, when we went out to Brooklyn and I was skating in the yellow ones, I was like, I am so sick of looking down at the and like, dude, like the big bone on your exterior, I forget, was that lateral or the outside of your body?
By your pinky toe or whatever.
No, like the bone on your heel, like it's been bleeding for a while, so it's like bleeding all over those like precious bones. So I was like, well, whatever. And then they gave me a bucket hat, and it had like the dancing bears all over it.
Okay.
And I'm not a big bucket hat person, but I gave it to our friend Kevin, who's been gracious enough to drive us around skating, and he's a big dead kid.
Oh.
So I'm like, dude, here you go.
He was probably hyped.
Yeah.
He's pumped. It doesn't fit his head, but he brought it home. He's like, all right, it's in good hands, bro. So
that's right.
Well, let's talk about Nike. How long have you been on Nike now?
I don't know the exact years, but it's been, I can safely say it's been over 15 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because check it out. I'm 44 years old. So like definitely when I was 30, I was on Nike.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, it would be like, I guess like shortly after. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
I don't know. I need to write all these numbers down, but yeah. And they have been gracious like the whole time, sending us on trips and also letting me have input in apparel.
Oh, right.
And stuff like that. So, yeah.
That's cool. I mean, a lot of small companies don't even do that.
Yeah.
They don't even get the writers involved.
You wrote for Xavier, and it went from Xavier. Did you go straight into writing for Nike right after that?
No, I didn't. And this is a cool thing to sort of clarify. I was with Xavier, and Brad and I both weren't happy eventually. And so, I did the right thing with a lawyer because I had a signature shoe, and I didn't say anything for X amount of months. And then I remember going to a contest in Las Vegas. I think it was a Vans contest. And I was wearing Lakai's.
Oh.
Huh.
And oh my gosh, it was hot as heck out there. and they were like brand new Rick Howards, and they looked cool. But anyway, they weren't breaking in. And I think I did a terrible run at that contest. but then I remember I went to like a Trans World premiere, and I was wearing Dunks that I bought from Foot Locker. And that's when I saw Kevin Imamura, my good friend who was deep in SB at that moment. And he said, I like your shoes. We should talk. And then when my contract was up with Xavier, I then had a discussion with Nike.
Wow.
So even though contrary to people's belief, Xavier had an agreement to use Nike technology, it wasn't a Nike company per se. It was its own thing. Yeah. And so I didn't just get pushed over from Xavier to Nike. I took a break, rode Vans, rode Lakai's, and then the Nike discussion happened, and we went from there.
I trip out on stuff like that. You know, like what if you were wearing some other shoes that night? What if you were wearing some Vans that night? You know, like would your road have taken a different turn?
Yeah.
Or would it eventually just, you know, meet up again?
Of course, I think about that.
Yeah.
You gotta wear and ride what you like, though.
Did that feel kind of like cool to like not be able to be like tied down to like a certain shoe sponsor and be like, I'm gonna go skate whatever I want and get to choose? It was kind of like a newer thing for you to like go out and just kind of see what you liked, you know? Because that is an interesting thing after a long time of skating when you're with someone for so long, a skate company.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna go to see what I want.
Yeah, and you know, I'll tell you, because I like, you know, I don't want to bum anybody at Nike out, but like, let's be real here. You know what I mean? Like, we all have like different thoughts, or you know, we're dare I say, we're artists, we're skateboarders, we have open minds, right? So, like, I don't think Adidas was excelling at that point, so it's not like I could go into a skate shop and be like, oh my god, I'm getting a Samba, you know, like
right.
So which, you know, they're cool shoes, but yeah, to answer your question, Kelly, it was fun. I was like, oh my god, I actually went into a store and I was like, I'm not tied to this brand Xavier anymore, and I'm not with Nike yet, so I'm gonna pick a Lakai, you know. It was fun. It was super fun.
Yeah.
Because before I got on Action back in the day, that's what I used to do at FTC. I was with Duff's for a little while, and then, and that, you know, on this whole topic, like once I went to FTC and I liked the Guy Mariano shoe, I was like, can I trade you guys 3 boards for that?
Yeah.
And that's how I started riding Guy's Action shoe, and then that's how I got on Action.
No
I mean,
way.
I drifted away from the point there a little bit. So
Well,
yes, it was fun.
It seems like a theme. You choose what you like, and then you do what you love, and then people come your way and be like, yo, we want to sponsor you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
it's
because you're doing it. It's natural,
It's
it's
organic.
genuine. You know what I mean? So that's
I think it has something to do with patience, a little bit, dare I say, you know, and not luck, but yeah, just patience, really, if you really think about it.
A lot of skaters also, they worry about skating in other people's shoes. What are other people going to think? Because they're, you know, you're being seen in a shoe. Now people are thinking you skate for them, and it becomes this whole thing when you shouldn't even be worried about that at all.
Yeah, I think that's a little more modern too. I think maybe we didn't worry in the late 90s, early 2000s as much. Yeah, I like don't sit there all night long reading comments, but when I did skateboard recently with no shoes on, it was because it was really hot out. We can get into that story.
Yeah.
And you know, I had a phone call with Jason Dill the other day, and Dill was like, yeah, on 9 Club they talked about your Barefoot Impossible. Like, what? They saw that? He's like, yeah, dude. I'm like, oh, I don't see all this stuff, right?
Right.
Somebody wrote like, get this guy a shoe sponsor. I'm like, oh my god, it's so funny. Like,
right,
dude,
you can't.
I'm fine.
Even in bare feet, people are saying
Yeah, what do I got to get a swoosh tattooed on my foot? Because I will.
But dude, like doing an impossible with no shoes, that seems like the roughest trick to try on barefoot.
Horrible.
I tell you,
rough on the top of your foot.
Like a tray flip or an impossible. Ugh.
You know what's funny? That was first try. I was like, we were sitting in this parking lot, and I was like, dude, it's so freaking hot. Like the pavement is just like, you can see those like fumes coming up, or sorry, like the waves, like the heat waves, literally. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, it's just too hot to like even have sneakers on right now. So I wasn't trying to be funny or prove something or be weird or different. I was just like, and then I just started slapping because I've been doing a lot of slappies this summer. And then I was like, hey, Paul, we should probably film this.
Yeah.
So Paul Gar's like, give me your phone. And I just did a slapping impossible. It was
amazing.
Like, just happens. I don't know.
That's so rad.
Yeah, I have summer feet right now, obviously.
What trips me out is, you know, sometimes your back toes can hang off a little bit. So when you go to pop, your toes scrape on the ground. I tried to skate once barefooted. It didn't. and my toes got destroyed.
I think I just got this summer feet, and luckily, that was just first try. So
It didn't take you 20 tries.
No way.
Yeah,
If
that would have been sucked.
Shoes
If it's-
on right afterwards.
dude, more than 2 or 3 barefoot, you just stop because you're gonna get hurt.
Yep.
Totally.
And then I just filmed Polgar. I was like, no. Just filming with my phone.
It's so fun filming each other.
It
I like
is.
that.
I used to be so scared to film, and that's the neat thing about these iPhones.
Mhm.
Like you can close up with your thumbs, and you're like, "Oh, dude, I did it really good." I'm more scared of like pressing record on a giant camera. That's scary. It's super intimidating to me. I'm like, I'm gonna screw it up,
Right. No, it's just cool. It just reminds me of, back when I was a kid, just filming each other.